Although I am bullish on crypto long term, I still have my concerns and a little bit bearish short term. It's your boy Crypto Millie. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and keep your favorite crypto and door-to-door entrepreneur inside the algorithms. Guys, we need 100 likes on this video. Consider joining the Discord. And yeah, we talked about this a little bit earlier in the Patreon, but I want to talk about some of the things that I'm looking at post halving, right, to properly prepare myself for the next leg up. So if you like these type of videos, comment in the box and let me know what your bull run strategy is, what your post halving, should I say, strategy is, whether you're bearish or bullish. Right, crypto holding up pretty nice, right? So it is holding up pretty nice. We are seeing BTC above 66K again, right? Even in the midst of all the negativity we've been getting as of late, Bitcoin is holding up, and even some altcoins, right? The stronger altcoins, right? We did see a little bit of correction with AI coins, meme coins, RWAs, and even GameFi, but I think now is the time to start asking yourself what narratives that you're most bullish on, because in my opinion, we got about 90 to 180 days, even longer, until we hit the parabolic stage. Now, there was a misconception from my live stream that a lot of people were thinking that I was saying I won't be buying buying altcoins or Bitcoin or whatever until 6 months when we get our parabolic stage. So the misconception is this, right? This is what most people kind of like get wrong, right? Post halving strategy, right? This is the time that you accumulate, right? So if you are on the sidelines, or if you're new into crypto, right, and you missed everything from June 2022, it's okay, because I think, and of course this is not financial advice. This is, anything can happen, but I, tend to believe, based on the history of the crypto cycles, that we do get like a grace period, maybe 90 to 180 days of sideways action, a little bit of pain there. Not saying we're going to turn bearish, because I don't think the market turns bearish from here. I think we got one more stage, which is the parabolic stage. But this is kind of like that accumulation event for the bull run, right? So again, after the halving cycle, normally we get this like, what I like to call grace period, where after every halving cycle we kind of like just cool off, and you see BTC go sideways, right? You see BTC go sideways. This is the altcoin chart here, so I'll just move over to the Bitcoin chart here, and you can see just history, the history of Bitcoin. Every time when we have that halving cycle, right? We have that halving cycle. We kind of go sideways for a while, right? We kind of go sideways for a while, right? And even here, the last cycle, we also went sideways for just a bit before we had that parabolic stage, right? So, what I was looking at, and I was trying to kind of like predict here how long we stay oversold. So I noticed every time we came into the halving cycle, right? We came into the halving cycle a bit overbought. This is BTC. Then we kind of like lost momentum on the stock RSI and went oversold, right? So I was trying to see how far, how long we stayed oversold, and each cycle, right, it was about 90 days, right? 90 to 100 days. 90 to 100 days here, oversold. 91 days here, oversold. I didn't do here because this was a little bit different. We had the C19, we had a huge black swan event, and everything crashed, right? So I hate to use this bull cycle as an example because it was just so different, right? Some of the things were the same, but most things were like extremely different. And even if we take and we do this 90-day grace period, which I would call the accumulation period, the parabolic stage of the bull run and altcoin season could start anywhere from July, August, November, like towards the end of Q3 and the beginning of Q4, right? So now is the time to actually start accumulating those narratives that you believe, those cryptocurrencies that you have most conviction in, as I think we will start our grace period, right? That 90-day grace period where we just shake the last little bit of Jeet hands and baby hands out, which is perfectly normal in the crypto. You have to expect that altcoins will go down 30 to 50% within this 90-day period. Now, I hope I'm personally wrong, because even if I'm wrong, I'm still prepared for the parabolic stage because of my portfolio. But I want to properly prepare mentally for this that if we do induce some pain for the next 90 to 180 days, I have dry power on the side. I'm mentally prepared for it, and it's not something where I'm overextended or I'm to the point where I'm out of liquidity, out of capital, and I can't take advantage on maybe a new narrative or new cryptocurrency. So you want to definitely keep that in mind here, okay? Seeing that we do have about what 9 days into the FOMC meeting, and we won't get our first cut until September. That's what the market is saying. Now things can change. Maybe J Powell comes and he's a little bit more dovish than what people believe, but just based on everything that's been going on with this sticky inflation, it's hard to see him being dovish and not a little bit hawkish, right? Just letting us know like, hey, at one point we look at the data said we could do 3 federal rate cuts. But now the data is telling us maybe we just get one, or we just continue to pause until 2025. There are some experts out there that believe we won't get our first federal rate cut until 2025. So everything from there could be extended, as guys, we still are in quantitative tightening, right? So I'm not going to get up here and be like, oh, bull run just started post halving. No, you know what I mean? I still have my concerns, though I'm bullish on blockchain technology for the long term, right? The future of blockchain. So what I've done is I pretty much been kind to see what our next catalyst is. So what is the next catalyst, right? What's going to take us to the next level? Because a lot of the catalysts that we had out there, are not as strong as they were maybe 3 to 6 months from now. First and foremost, Fed cuts, right? Expectations are we only get 1 federal rate cut opposed to 3 for the remaining of the year. We just talked about that. The ETF for Ethereum, chances of the Ethereum ETF are slimming by the day, right? People were bullish on this. Now it's starting to get quiet. A lot of people think it won't happen. So that would be extremely bullish for ETH and ERC20 tokens if it did happen. But now people are starting to prepare. The market may be trying to price in if it doesn't happen, as we've been seeing the ETH, the BTC pair literally get decimated. And a lot of people are very, very unhappy with the performance of Ethereum, right? People believe Ethereum is going to be like a major hit, right? It's the earth, right? It should be. Will retail return? So how serious will the traditional market make the tokenization of traditional assets, aka RWAs, which could be huge? We're seeing countries warm up to it. We got to ask ourselves, right? So, when will retail return? Because the reason that the cryptocurrency market concerns me is because people's mentality, right? Everybody comes into crypto and thinks like, I'm going to get rich the second day that I'm in crypto, right? I'm going to get rich the first day after the halving cycle because Bitcoin is going to 700K. And that's just not how it happens, right? This stuff develops and appreciates over time, right? So even here, you can see that the interest is waning, right? Decreasing as retail starts to get boring in these times. Now, the sharks like us, because we are sharks, we understand when things get boring, when things get drawn out, right? This is the best time to accumulate, guys. Accumulate, not financial advice, but usually the best time to accumulate. We got the Bitcoin dominance up here in the 55% to 60% range. It's always been a good area to this cycle to load up on your altcoins when BTC hits 55%, 60% Bitcoin dominance, right? Which coincides with what we are seeing right here from the others, which is the true altcoin chart right here. This gives you an idea of where we're at from a market cap standpoint. Guys, you can see that we're bearish, right? We're getting to that oversold level, but we're still bearish as the momentum has not confirmed a reversal. So who's to say we can't come back down and retest this trend line here before we start to go through that what I would call the grace period before the parabolic stage, the waiting room, right? We got to go into the waiting room, right? It's no dodging this, right? I believe. And if I'm wrong, I'm hoping I'm wrong because I'm already prepared. But I personally believe we have that little waiting room. We don't know how long the waiting room will be, but we should have that waiting room to flush out the leverage, to flush out the bad projects, to flush out all the stuff that we need to flush out to get us prepared for the next leg up, right? And you can also see that the altcoin dominance here is also bearish, but at some point looks like it wants to reverse. I just don't see it happening now, right? It's still no sign of confirmation of reversal. So when we go back to this Google chart, right, and kind of like seeing If the retails here, you see retail, their interest is just fainting, right? It's like, oh, but meme coin didn't do well. I'm leaving crypto. All the altcoin that I didn't do well, didn't pump fast enough for me. I'm leaving crypto. I have no interest, right? I mean, even if we just remove Bitcoin, so let's remove Bitcoin here, and we remove cryptocurrency here, and just go with Coinbase, right? Over the last 12 months, Coinbase out here was going crazy, right? Once all those meme coins on base started popping, Coinbase interest was at 100. It's now sitting at about a 37. So the interest even on Coinbase has went down, right? And the Coinbase overall ranking is 219. So I wish I could check what the Coinbase ranking was. After the last halving, like maybe 1 or 2 days after the last halving, to get a good understanding of the history of this Coinbase ranking and how these metrics work and how it works against the sentiment. But Coinbase ranking here being so low, I mean, again, tells you that the retail interest just isn't there. And historically, that's usually the best time to load up on your altcoins, right? It's usually the best time to load up on your altcoins when the interest isn't there, not when the interest gets there. So the thing about it is, so many people get so negative and bearish when the crypto doesn't perform. You know what I mean? And then you see a lot of people rotating into these new cryptos at tops because they're pumping, not understanding that at some point they have to correct and consolidate. And when a project consolidates or correct, guys, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a scam. People take profits. There's monthly overhead for projects, especially if they're listed on exchanges, right? There's monthly overheads to keep websites, things going, apps going, APIs. Like, it's so much that goes into just keeping a cryptocurrency up and running that when selling pressure hits, right? This is the thing. When selling pressure hits these new projects, you've seen not only people take profits, but the team has to keep the overhead and the things, the monthly bills, right? Any company monthly bills paid for. So there will be some sort of liquidation with those projects to keep those monthly bills paid. And when you add the addition of selling pressure that comes with maybe a black swan event like we seen from the drones flying over, and I preach peace, right? But we see the drones and everything that happened with that caused selling pressure, right? Altcoins going down, Bitcoin going down, that's causing selling pressure. People seeing their portfolio going down, that causes selling pressure. And then the overhead that the team has to pay these bills to keep the project listed or this or that caused selling pressure. So now you got an avalanche of selling pressure, and so many people may have bought at the top. They think they're getting wrecked, but at the end of the day, you actually don't lose until you fully sell, right? So I would say, right, this is the time to get you a good 10 to 15 projects, right? You don't need much more than that, right? I say about 10 good solid projects, right? That you have conviction in, because it ain't no time really to play around no more, right? There is no time left to play around, right? I mean, we're knee deep into the bull run, right? We're knee deep, right? If you could have played around down here, in the bear market, peak bear market, but you can't play around up here, right? Because you don't have much time left. Now, this little grace period is going to give us an opportunity, right? Maybe 90 to 180 days gives us an opportunity to really figure out where we want to go at with our portfolios. But I think it's time to consolidate. It's time to pick the best of the best and roll with the best of the best. If you're a person that don't like volatility, then don't buy small caps. Don't buy micro caps. Buy blue chip projects that's already listed on exchanges to mitigate against that volatility. If you're a person that wants high rewards, then you will have to take a little bit more risk. But you got to understand that with that risk, your meme coin, your altcoin could drop 30 to 50%. But prepare for that, right? Prepare for that. Only invest 5% of your net worth. Start overextending yourself into this market because you're so in a rush to become a crypto millionaire, where you're putting yourself in a position to get wrecked because you're putting more money than you're putting 75% of your net worth into crypto, right? Buying tops, buying new projects, and not really understanding how to find entry points. Like, if you're going to buy a top or buy a hot crypto, put 1% of your net worth, not even that much, and then gradually DCA until you feel confident and have conviction in your holdings, right? Or find projects that haven't had their major pump yet, but the team is still building, they're still posting, they're still active, they're still out, they're still, pounding the ground, working to get their project seen in front of the masses, right? Because the one thing why cryptocurrency project does well is because people know what it is. People see it, they understand it, they see it everywhere. It's like, okay, I know what this is. I'll take a shot on this. So guys, that's pretty much how I am looking at the entire market right now. I'm gonna take advantage of this grace period here. You can kind of like see that we're down here right now at our support of the altcoin season chart, and we can use this support here as a chance to DCA, but just DCA, not go all in, because if we fall down here to 25, you can use that again as another support to DCA, opposed to just trying to go all in right here. So pick your spots. I think we, again, 90 to 100 days, maybe we get this grace period. If I'm wrong, cool, right? You do what you want to do. I'm not saying I'm wrong or right. I'm just looking at the history of how things work. If I'm wrong, I'm still prepared, because I have a crypto portfolio regardless, right? But I think, you know what I mean, that it's just too many people in crypto right now, and some of those people do have to be washed out. Some of those projects do have to be washed out, and it's the belly of the beast. It's how crypto is. It's how crypto works, right? It's PvP. So just a little post halving video and how I'm looking at things. The gist of the video, if you're still here, a little bit bearish short term, but still bullish long term, but understanding and preparing myself if we do have a grace period. Not saying we will, but just preparing if we do, so you don't get too wrapped up into the hopium or the excitement, and then you get let down when the parabolic stage comes 6 months to a year from now, guys. So let me know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, keep your favorite crypto and door-to-door entrepreneur inside the algorithm. What are the catalysts that you think will be the next leg up for crypto, right? The halving is gone. So what catalyst now will take us to Valhalla? I'll see you in the next one.